Here we go. Week 9 NFL gambling show. Beat the odds. Michael Merlo, Bo Dragon here with you. Pumped to be here today. We've got a big episode. We'll make our expert picks. We will run the 2-minute drill. We will give you a Sunday night pick and parlay. And of course, talk the Thursday night game a little bit before we get out of here. Bo, how are you today? Tough week for you. We did a recap. But tough week for you, and not a good week for me either. I only went 1 and 2.
Nah, I don't want to talk about it. It's bad.
That's it. We move on. We
okay.
live and it's it. We're done. We don't talk about it.
Nope.
I am going to start off today as I just get
okay.
a paper. I'm going to start off with our picks. We're not going to recap anything. We're just going to go into it.
I like it. Let's do it.
My 1-point pick. The Pittsburgh Steelers plus, let's just confirm the spread because it was moving as of last night when I looked.
I think it's 3.
I think it's 3 too, but it could be 2.5. So I just want to make sure of it. Hopefully it's 3. Let's see. The Pittsburgh Steelers plus 3. That is my 1-point pick. They are playing the Colts. They are at home, and there are reasons why for this. This is not just me talking out of my ass. The reason why I like the Steelers this week, oh my God, is because Mike Tomlin off a loss is great. Now, of course, they're coming off a loss last week, right? They lost on Thursday Night Football to a really bad Bengal team. But I like this spot for Mike Tomlin at home as an underdog. Bounce back king, Mike Tomlin, off a loss in his career, 61-47 against the spread. He is 25-15 against the spread as an underdog off an outright loss, including 12-4 against the spread as a home dog straight up off a loss. This is a good spot to bet the Steelers here, who I don't think are very good, who I don't think are making the playoffs. A good spot for the Steelers here, plus the 3. I'll take them.
I love that pick. I like the reasons you said. Colts pass defense sucks. So, and that's the Steelers' bread and butter is their pass offense. I like that pick, Mike. That's a good one. Usually, it's tough to go against the Colts right now just because of how good they are. But I like that pick as your 1 point. My 1-point pick. You always have my. Well, not actually. You don't.
Wow.
We usually go against each other. But
wow.
Hey, I'm not glazing you like Bunk was. It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. Okay. Moving on. My 1-point pick. Jags at Raiders. I'm taking the Raiders plus 3. It's a gross one. Brock Bowers is back. Jacoby Myers is back. Both these teams have had a bye. The Jags defense is still a little bit injured. There's some question marks there. We don't know what's going on. Jags are in a slide. And I know it's not like the Raiders aren't in a slide, but the Jags are in a slide. They probably peaked when they beat the Chiefs on Monday night. They just haven't looked the same since. Trevor Lawrence has looked awful. He really has. And that's not the stat game. That's the eye test. He's looked completely terrible. The one good thing about the Raiders, nothing is really good about them, but they do have an okay run defense, and they do get a normal amount of sacks. So Max Crosby is still questionable, I believe. We'll see if he plays. I think he will. But I like the Raiders plus 3. That maybe they win this game. Also, if they force Trevor Lawrence to throw, the Raiders play the 3rd most zone defense. Trevor Lawrence is the 5th lowest passer rating against zone this season. So a little stat there. It's a little too specific maybe, but I do think that the Raiders cover 3 points against the Jags.
That might be my favorite pick you've made all year. That is such a sharp pick. It's not in my pick here, but I love it.
Thank you.
Sharp pick out of you there, Bo. My 2-point pick. This is really disgusting, but I'm going to take the Houston Texans minus 1.5. The Texans should have been my 3-point pick last week against the Niners, and they weren't. This week, they're minus 1.5 at home against a really good Denver Bronco team who is rolling. Why in the hell are the Texans 1.5-point favorites against a good Bronco team? I have no clue. That's why I'm going to do it. That's why I'm going to make this pick. You also have a couple of numbers here. In games with a spread 4 or less, Bo Nix is just 5-6 straight up. He's 9-0 straight up as a favorite above 4 points. But in these tight spread games here, he is not good in these spots. So I will take the Texans. Obviously, no Pat Surtain. He's going to be out a few weeks. May have Nico Collins back for the Texans. We'll see. But Surtain out 4 to 6 weeks. Give me the Texans minus the 1.5 as my 2-point pick.
It's every week we do this. Every week I'm going against you with my 2-point pick. Take the Broncos plus 1.5. And I liked your reasons, and I went back and forth on this because no Pat Surtain.
Yeah.
Texans have the best scoring defense in football. They only allow 14.7 points a game. That's incredible. I will counter this. The Broncos have scored 77 points in their last 5 quarters. Yes, one was when they scored 33 against the Giants to win the game.
Of course.
And this team just has juice right now. Bo Nix finally got it going. This defense has juice. Pat Surtain being out is a huge loss, but they still won that game last week. The times that they've played a real offense, the Texans, and a good defense, they lost. They played the Rams, the Bucks, and the Seahawks, and I'm even going to throw the Jags in there. The Texans have only beaten down on bad teams, really bad teams. I believe it was Panthers and then the Ravens. It was either Panthers or Titans. And the Ravens, they beat like 44-10. So this point differential is a little askew. It is weird that they're favored by 1.5 points, but they are at home. And then, if the Broncos pressure CJ Stroud, I mean, maybe he looks completely awful like he did in primetime the other week. So, maybe, Texans beat the Niners in a pretty good win. I think it was like 29-15. Maybe that's why, too. I'm not buying in. I'm not buying in on the Texans. I'll take the Broncos getting points, which is pretty awesome.
There we go. Getting the Broncos, feeling good. Vegas never gives you free shit, though. Excuse my language.
You're right.
My 3-point pick is sketchy, but I don't really care. I'm taking the Chiefs minus 1.5 in Buffalo. I think the Chiefs are going to win this game by 10. There's really no trend here for me. We know that the Bills and Josh Allen have played the Chiefs very well in the regular season. We know that. And then obviously in the postseason, we know what happens with Mahomes and that team. But I just feel like the Chiefs, especially right now, are the much better team. Their receivers are playing much better. That receiver room looks great. Their defense is playing better. The Bills went into Carolina, won the game by 40. I understand that. And it was a huge win for them to get them back on track. But the Chiefs, they dominated at home on Monday Night Football. I really, really like this Chief team. I think they're the best team in football. And I think they win this game by 10-plus points in Buffalo. I think they're that much better right now. Give me the Chiefs minus 1.5.
I like it. Yeah, that could be a really good statement win. You never know until these two teams go head-to-head of what's actually going to happen. So it's insane. I like that pick, though. My 3-point pick is a little sketchy, too. And I was scared of it at first. I was 100% on the opposite side. But then I looked at the numbers. And I was like, oh, I got to go with the Chargers minus 8.5 against the Titans in Tennessee. The Titans are last, absolute dead last, 32nd in the league in running offense, scoring offense, sacks allowed, and they're 31st. They're second to last in passing offense. This Chargers team can completely dominate this game. I'm surprised it's not in the 10.5 to 12.5, 13.5 range. We've seen a lot of those games this season, especially in the past couple of weeks. That is not one of these games because the Chargers are on the road. But the one okay thing with the Titans defense is their pass defense. I think they're very middle of the pack, like maybe 17th in passing yards allowed per game. But you're going against Justin Herbert. It doesn't matter how good or bad your pass defense is. Justin Herbert is a beast. He can figure it out. Kamani Vidal is probably going to have a game. And it's a get-right game for the Chargers. They're going to get back on track, man. They've been like so inconsistent recently. Joe Alt back now helps a ton. I see them blowing out the Titans.
There you go. Wow. Titans are bad. I mean, they're that bad.
They are. They played the Colts last week and they scored like it was like, I don't know, 38-7, I think, with a couple minutes left, and then they scored like a meaningless touchdown. So it's just a horrible team. Horrible team. I feel bad for them.
It's that bad. They're gonna need a new coach. Obviously, we know that. Just been bad. Just been really bad. All right, let's get to the 2-minute drill, Bo. I'm pumped for this one. I'm pumped, and I've got absolutely nothing, by the way. I've got nothing. So,
Sweet. Me too.
okay, as long as you have nothing as well. Oh, wait, I might have something now. I know I don't. All right, are we ready to spin the wheel? You got the timer set. We are
I'm
spinning
ready.
the wheel. Steady hand, of course.
Ooh, a low one. 61 plus 610.
Plus 610. There we go. 610 plus 610. We go. We could get a little chalky here. Let's start. I got Rashee Rice, 60 plus receiving yards at minus 205. Rashee Rice,
Okay.
60 plus minus 205.
I like that pick. Rashee Rice has been pretty important. I'm going to stick with my last 3-point pick that I just made, and I talked about Kamani Vidal, so let's look at his line. 77.5 is his line at minus 114. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take Kamani Vidal over 77.5 rushing yards.
Okay.
He is their premier back, and he has been a very good premier back for them.
This game, no, I don't have anything in this game. That's tough. That's really tough sledding there.
You know what? I'm gonna go. I'll take the next one. I'm gonna go into one of your games that you took. Colts Steelers. I mentioned the Colts' awful pass defense. Even gave up 200 yards to Cam Ward last week. I'll take Aaron Rodgers. His line is 222.5. I'm just gonna say plus or over 200. Make it easy. And the odds aren't going to be that terrible on that because he's only at 222.5. So Aaron Rodgers, 200 plus passing yards. And I think he goes way over that. But okay, we have 30 seconds left, just about.
30 seconds left. I'm trying here. I'm trying.
Okay. So far, I'll go over it while you're trying. We got 60 plus from Rashee Rice. Kamani Vidal's over 77.5. And then 200 plus passing yards from Aaron Rodgers against the Colts. And let me see if that line is
Jameson Williams 40 plus against the Vikings.
Ooh, JMO.
Minus 152.
Okay.
Awesome. Vidal was what? How much was Vidal?
Over 77.5. And I'm going to check out if they have alt lines up for Aaron. No, they don't.
And Aaron Rodgers, 200 plus.
200 plus. I think he's hit those in almost every single game this year.
We're going to place that. We're going to get you those during the over the weekend, excuse me, and we'll get those out graphic wise. That'll be nice. That's a winner. That's absolutely a winner. I feel great about that one.
It has to be, right? I feel really good about it.
I feel like that's a winner. I feel like that's a winner.
Cool.
All right, Bo. Time for Sunday Night Football. We have the almost said the Vikings, the Seahawks, and the Commanders. We are in Washington for this game. The Seahawks are -3 on the road. Interesting game. Daniel should be back. He obviously did not play Monday night against the Chiefs in Kansas City. The Seahawks coming off the bye here after their last game being Monday night against the Texans, where they got a big win. Seahawks been rolling. They're one of the best teams in football. Sam Darnold's been playing incredibly well. I'll take the Seahawks here -3. I think they're just a really good football team, and I have no belief whatsoever in this Commander team. I think their defense is overrated. I think their defense is very old. And offensively, they don't really have anything besides Jaden Daniels that makes you sit there and really worry about the weapons over there. Their weapons are not great over there in Washington. So I will take the Seahawks -3 to win the game outright. It's going to be, I think it'll be interesting, though. I think it'll be a good game late. It's an interesting matchup on Sunday night.
Yeah, I like what you said about their defense being old. Bobby Wagner, Lattimore. Is it Lattimore?
Lattimore's over there.
Who am I thinking? Okay, Lattimore is over there. Yeah, that's an old defense, and they're pretty injured on the defensive line right now.
I think we lost Bo. I don't know if he's gone or if I'm gone. I think he's gone. But we'll see if we can get him back here. We'll see if we can get Bo back at some point. It's an interesting game, though. It's certainly an interesting game on Sunday Night Football. And I will say this about Daniels. I'm not fully – I've seen people say and whatnot and go on about how, this team and Daniels, they're kind of out on him. They were America's darling last year. This is a team that people absolutely loved, especially with the way Jaden played. I'm not out on him. I still think he could be great. I still think he has a chance to be one of the best quarterbacks in football. The injuries scare the hell out of me, though. How do the injuries not scare the living crap out of you if you are a Commander fan and just an NFL fan in general when talking and evaluating this kid? I mean, he's missed a lot. He missed 3 games already this year. It's only week 9. So I think that's certainly a concern when it comes to the Commanders. But he should be healthy and ready to go for Sunday Night Football, and that should be an interesting game. When Bo comes back, we're going to get to the Sunday night parlay, and then we are going to make a pick on the Thursday night game. So hopefully he comes back pretty soon. But this Seahawks team, man, they are a good defense. They have a great defense, and Bo is back. He lagged out a little bit. Bo, it's time to get to the Sunday night parlay. I don't know what happened. I don't know.
No, my Wi-Fi went out, dude. This wind is crazy. I think it was the wind. I'm on a hotspot, so we got it working. We're good.
All right, let's get to the Sunday night parlay. I'll give 2 picks, and then you give your 2 picks.
Cool.
Jaden Daniels, 250 plus passing and rushing yards. That's minus 210. He's back. They're going to limit him a little bit in the running game. Obviously worried about injuries and playing a good defense. But if they get a pass rush on him, he's going to be able to escape in the pocket and also some big plays down the field on the run. We know how great he is at that. So I'll take him 250 plus pass rush. And Zach Ertz, 4 balls, minus 162. Feel like that's easy. He is just a weapon, like a safety blanket. Safety
he got
net.
balls.
Great balls. He's just great for the quarterbacks there, and just kind of like a safety net. So I'll take Zach Ertz, who's having a great year.
Kind of like a safety sack. You're saying?
No, I didn't
Safety
say that.
sack.
I didn't say that.
I'm just,
I didn't say that though.
I'm just going with safety sack. Okay, you said Zach Ertz has a safety sack with massive balls. Anyways, I like both those picks. I love Jaden Daniels, 250 plus passing and rushing. That's the one thing the Seahawks defense does bad is pass defense, which is weird because their secondary is supposed to be really good. I like Sam Darnold, 2+ touchdowns, 2+ passing touchdowns. And I also like Bill, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, under 45.5 rushing yards. And that's weird, but he's gone under 4 times. And the 5th time, he had 47 rushing yards. But the Seahawks have the single best run defense in the league, yards per game wise. They give up 75 rushing yards per game, which is first in the NFL. Commanders do have the 3rd best rushing offense, but I think they'll have to pass. I think they'll want to pass with Jaden Daniels back. So I would go Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt under 45.5. Now, what do you – because I like both your picks. I think we should keep both your picks.
Yeah.
Which one do you not like out of mine?
Well, which one do you not feel the greatest about?
I honestly feel the greatest about Bill going under. Because Darnold doesn't always go for 2 touchdowns. Because Charbonnet usually gets the ball if they're...
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah?
That's fine.
Okay.
I just think we run
under.
I just think we run the risk of... The only thing I'll say is if they're up, if it's a close game or if they're up, he's going to be running the football. So he's going to get his over. But if Darnold passes for 2+ touchdowns at Charbonnet or Walker has 1 or 2 and they're up, then it's easy under. So it's weird. Like one or the other is probably going to happen.
I see. I'm looking at Darnold's stats real quick. He had 1 touchdown, 1 passing touchdown last game, 2 the game before, 4 the game before that, 1 the game before that. So the games he's had less than 2 passing touchdowns, it's been Cardinals, good secondary, Texans, great secondary, and then the Niners, the first game of the season, which they were good then. So, I mean, what do we think about this Commanders secondary? I don't think they're that good.
No, they're not.
20,
Lattimore
26.
washed up.
Yeah.
Let's go with
So
Darnold.
then maybe
Let's go with Darnold.
let's go with Darnold. That's a safer pick. Yeah, they're 26 in passing yards allowed, which is bad.
Darnold it is.
Darnold it is. Cool. I like that one too.
There we go. There we go. Bo, it is time for Thursday night football. Thursday night football. We have an interesting game. Not really, though. It is.
I beg to differ.
It is the Ravens. It is the Dolphins. It is in Miami. The Dolphins are 7.5-point underdogs. These Thursday night games have been tough, man, because when I go with the favorite, the underdog wins outright. And when I go with the underdog, the favorite absolutely crushes. I will take the Ravens minus 7.5. I don't think this is that chalky. I just can't see the Dolphins playing 2 straight really good games here, and especially being on a short week with Tua. I don't know how much I love that. John Harbaugh has owned this matchup. Mike McDaniel has not been good on Thursday night football. When they lose big on Thursday night. He's 1-4, I think, against straight up in these games, and 1-4 against the spread as well. So I will take the Ravens minus 7.5 tonight with Lamar Jackson back, getting on track. And I think this Raven team is going to get hot and win the division, and it starts tonight.
Interesting. I'm on the other side there. I'm on Dolphins plus 7.5. It is weird because last game was 100% an outlier, especially attacking that very good Falcons defense. If they can do this against a very bad defense, even a little bit of the potential, then I like them getting over a touchdown. Because obviously Lamar Jackson, I think people forget about how good he is when he's been out for this long, because he really is an MVP. This guy is one of the best players in football. But this Ravens defense has sucked. It has not gotten better. The one thing is that, I can see the Ravens running the ball down their throat, down the Dolphins' throat, because their run defense is so bad. But guess what? They limited Bijan to like 30-something yards last week, or 20-something yards.
They did a great job against Bijan. Great job against Bijan.
They did, and you're right. That's the thing is that it's a short week. It's Thursday night, so we don't really know what's going to happen because of that. Injury-wise, Tua had, pink eye or something last week, but he threw like 4 touchdowns. So I'm just going to go with the Dolphins on this one. I like it. I don't think they'll win the game.
You're into the pink eye.
I'm into the pink eye. I think they're 4-4 against the spread, the Dolphins, this season.
Are they?
Completely terrible. Not completely terrible. Yeah.
Not completely terrible. They're 500 against the spread. Awesome. Bo, great stuff. This will do it for week 9. The season's flying by. I mean, we're already about to be at Thanksgiving, man. It is absolutely crazy. Thank you so much for listening. Check us out. She'll be back Monday with the reaction show to how the week went. And also, please check that out. Check everything out. Sunday recap. The Burrows we just did. That's available wherever you get your podcasts. I actually have to post that. Thank you for reminding me, Michael. There we go. We'll talk to you later. Talk to you next week. Enjoy the rest of the day.